First you need all your ingredients. There's bread, tomatoes, olive oil, basil, parsley, garlic, and just some things you need to mix everything together. This is how to make bruschetta. The first thing you do is you take a tomato, take a knife, and you chop the tomato. And your goal is to dice it until it's good enough to eat. Now that the first tomato is diced, I take another tomato and do the same thing. And I finish off by dicing 3 tomatoes. You put the tomatoes in a bowl, like that, and you keep dicing. Thank you. Now that I've cut up and diced all the tomatoes, I put them in the bowl and I have strained it, so the seeds that are here are all gone. So it's just tomato, and now I can start adding the other ingredients. Next, I'm going to take the basil out of its packaging, fresh organic, and I'm going to take a good amount of it because we need a lot. And I'm just going to put it in the food processor to chop it up. Okay, so now that the basil is almost chopped up, I'm just going to hit it a couple more times to make sure. Okay, so now that it's all chopped up and then I get to add it to the tomatoes. Now that the fresh basil is added, there, I can now start chopping up the garlic. So I take 2 to 3 cloves, and then I just start cutting. Okay, once you have enough garlic chopped up, what you can do now is you can put it back into the food processor, like that. Okay, put the cover on top, and then just press the button a couple times. So that looks good for now, so I take the cover back up, and that looks like paste, whatever. Okay, so I'll just add it to the mixture, and add another thing. Okay, so I added the garlic, and my dad just informed me after a close inspection that this thing is in fact a coffee grinder. and even closed your inspection, so doesn't your copy. But it still works, and now it's time to add the parsley. So for the parsley, I'm just gonna do that, shake it in.
Parsley.
That is to add some olive oil. So just take this, and I'm just gonna add good amount. You know, why not just the whole thing? Right. So now that the bottle's empty. Okay. Now that the bottle's empty, I can stir the whole thing. So I take this in and stir. And then when I'm just done stirring, I go over here and cut the bread. So I'm done mixing the bruschetta, and tomorrow I will cut the Italian bread. It's getting late right now, and I better finish up my sieves. So tomorrow I will cut this, use that, put it in the oven for however long it takes, and bring it in. And that's how to make bruschetta.